Lads, we did it. We absolutely nailed it. It's right at the start of the video, just immediately. I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Let's pan to the right. On the right side here, we have Razielmon, not to be confused with Raguelmon, who is like the evil form of this one. Razielmon is this kind of cool like angel Digimon who apparently was once promoted to the same kind of rank as like Ophanimon, Serafimon, Kirubimon, the three archangels. Her special attacks are, I don't know what they're called, but I know one of them is like using the 5 elements. It just, I read the profile like yesterday, it just says the 5 elements. I don't know what those 5 elements are, but I'm assuming there's fire, water, earth, wind, lightning? I don't know. Even in Digimon World 1 there was more than 5 elements, and one of them was poop, so I don't imagine an angel would use like hurling poop. Point being, yeah. She's kind of like an archangel, so one of their attacks is using 5 elements on like the crystals and a gauntlet or whatever and firing beams or something, I don't know. The other one's pretty cool. Her other special attack is that she summons a miracle, and not even she knows what miracle will occur, but she can bring forth the miracle that will just happen and make things better. Which is pretty neat, and it's cool that she doesn't even know what it does, so like, it's not too overpowered. So that's Razielmon, and on the left, Ulthamon, the 13th Royal Knight, the aloof hermit, clad in black Digizoid armor, sadly not wielding his Oryuken blade. It's just the Oryu blade. One of those two. There he is! Look. He's fine, he's so happy. So let's have a look at the stats, because I imagine we need some stuff. Alphamon's content, and Razielmon does need some stuff. So let's give Razielmon a wee bit of food. And give her some training. Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm finished it. This device is 100%ed now. Like, properly. Again, excluding the Chronomon and Lunamon line. The Chronomon and Lunamon lines, which are impossible to get on this device. Let's have a look at Alphamon's attacks also. He's pretty cool. He deserves some attention. Yep, those are Alphamon attacks, alright. Something digitalized with soul, maybe. I don't know much about Alphamon. He's pretty cool though. Now this does raise the question, right? As I mentioned earlier, he is the 13th Royal Knight, but is he the Alphamon, as in the Royal Knight, or is he just an Alphamon? Like, can there be multiple Alphamons, and only one of them's the Royal Knight? Or is it there's only ever one Alphamon at a time, and that Alphamon is the Royal Knight? And in that case, what happens if someone else also raised an Alphamon on their device, and I battle them? Because then there's 2 Alphamons, so that can't be the case. So I've got to say, I think the most likely scenario is, at least in my head, is that you can have hundreds of Alphamons, but there is only one Alphamon, the Royal Knight. Which kind of makes sense in a way, because like, if you look at Omegamon, you've got Omegamon, the Royal Knight, but he's clearly not Taichi and Yamato's Omegamon. Same with Magnamon and, I guess, Ulforce Idramon. And Dukemon, for that matter. They're not the protagonists Digimon, quite clearly. I'm going to take a minute, right, just to look through the field guide. Just to look at all the Digimon I've got on here. So there's Botamon, Koromon, I might skip ahead if this isn't what you're into, but there's Betamon, Greymon, Tyrannomon, Devimon, Meramon, Airdramon, Seedramon, Numamon, my man. I'm so tempted to get the Numamon DM20. It's just so cool. I like Numamon, he's charming in a crappy way. Metal Greymon, Mamimon, Monzamon, Blitzgreymon, and of course Bancho Mamemon. On the version 2 we've got Junimon, Sunomon, Gabumon, Elecmon, Kabuterimon. This should now drop down to, I want to say, what's the alt cap? Yukidarimon? No, of course not, it's Garurumon. Garurumon, then it should go to like Angemon. Yep, there's Angemon. Yukidarimon's there. Birdramon, Waymon, and of course, Digimon. At the perfect level, we've got Skullgreymon, Metal Mamemon, and Vademon. I was going to say EVmon. No, Vademon. Of course, Ultimates, you've got Skullmamon and Cray's Garurumon. On the version 3, you've got Boyamon, Tokomon, Patamon, Kunamon, who has a really cool sprite on this, I love it. Unimon, Kentarumon, Ogamon, Bakemon, Shellmon, Drumogimon, Skumon or Sukamon, Andromon, Giromon, Etamon. He's funny. Hi, Andromon. Sorry, I've literally just come off of watching one of Digital Dreams videos, and he did the Hi Andromon thing a lot. I didn't even mean to do that. There, Hi Andromon. He's cool, I like him. King Etamon. I don't remember much about him. Maybe I'll have to raise the V3 egg again and get, like, I guess Kunamon to Skumon, Etamon, that line, maybe. On the version 4, we've got Euromon, Tanemon, Piomon, Nepalmon, Monochromon, Cockatreemon, Leomon, Kawagamon, Cielamon, I think it's pronounced that way, Mojimon, Nanimon, Megadramon, Piccolomon, Digitamamon, Aegistramon, and Titamon. On the version 5, the Godzilla egg, I think it's Zurumon, Pagumon, Gazimon, Gizamon, Dark Tyrannomon, Cyclomon, Devidramon, Tuskmon, Flymon, Deltamon, Raremon, Metal Tyrannomon, who I really love, Nanomon, X-Tyrannomon, who is cool in his own right, he's a cool plushy boy, Mugendramon, I know, Machine Draymon, Pinocchimon, that's the version 5. And on the special eggs, here we go. This is both the Zuba and the Hackmon egg, but we've got Sakumon, Sakutamon, Zubamon, Zubaegamon, Duramon, Durandamon, then it'll move to Hackmon, Savior Hackmon, Hackmon, Bow Hackmon, Savior Hackmon, then Jessmon. This is, I think it's like Baby Demon or Baby Dragonmon. No, it's Pittymon, Baby Demon, Dracomon, Cordramon, I want to say blue, Wingdramon, Slayerdramon, Cordramon green, Grounddramon, Breakdramon, and of course in that same egg if you do some, let's call it grinding, you can get Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon, specifically Taichi's Wargreymon and Yamato's Metal Garurumon. We have Dodomon, Dorimon, Dorumon, Dorugamon, Doruguremon, which I guess is different from Dorugreymon maybe. No Dorugoramon, but this is Alphamon, as you just saw. Then you got Yukibotamon, Nyaromon, Flopmon, Mekumon, Maycrackmon, and Razielmon. In the Super Ultimate section we have Omegamon Ultra S, Rusty, old Rustyranamon. He'll always have a special place for me. Examon, and Normal Vaccine Omegamon, and all the way back to Botamon. So that's it, that's all 5 main eggs completed. That is all the special eggs filled out. That's everything, this device is done. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop running it. This is probably my favourite device. Just lots of little quirks with it, like, now quite obviously an adult level stats drain slower than child levels, Numemon poops more and his stats drain faster, they'll go to bed at different times, although I do like that these guys wake up at 8, it gives me an extra hour to sleep in, and that is useful. Same with these guys actually. But that's it, this device is done. But that doesn't mean this series is done. I mean, it technically does, I've 100%ed it. The quest for 100% has been achieved, it's done. But I am going to run this device one more time. When these guys have passed away, one egg, it's going to be Sakumon, Sakutamon, Zubamon, Zubaegamon, Doramon, and Durandamon. The Zubamon egg, because it feels wrong to have spent this much time on this device and not raise Zubamon. I can't remember the last time I actually raised Zubamon on this device. And from Zubamon to Durandamon's evolutions, there's some cool stuff to show you. And if you know, you know. It's to do with combat and training. If you don't know, it'll be a nice surprise for them. So, sorry guys. So stick around if you want to see Zubamon, and stick around if you want to see more Digimon stuff from me in general. Let's put them there for now. As it stands, I'm going to talk about my future plans for now. I have several ideas in the works. The first thing I want to do... Actually no, I don't know what I want to do first. One of the things I want to do is like a Jogress marathon, where I achieve all the Jogress mons in this. Then I go through and achieve the special Jogress mons in this, so think on the lines of Omegamon, Ordinmon, Bilzbumon Blast Mode, Agudamon, Veltabaltamon, all them boys. And of course Ragnar Lordmon. Then I'll move on to this guy and get, I guess, either some of the Jogress only routes or just like the special Jogress at the end. So it will be like Omegamon, Susanomon. That's basically it. But I'm gonna try, because a while ago I bought a Penzi Nightmare Soldier for my partner. I'm going to borrow that and see if I can achieve the Jogresses naturally. So obviously I won't be able to get stuff like Imperial Digimon because I just don't have the right Digimon for it. So Paladin mode, I will have to unfortunately use an ACOM. So the general rule for this entire Jogress marathon is no ACOMs, but I'll get more into that and stuff whenever I get around to that. Obviously being a Jogress based thing, it's not going to include these, even though this guy can evolve from Megamon Ultra S and this guy can get Jesmon GX and Ogudamon X. Just, no. Maybe I'll run as like a special extra run, like single line mons at the end. Kind of similar to how I'm doing Zubamon on this one, huh? Otherwise, I was thinking of doing a like guides to Digimon kind of style thing, but I know everyone and their dog's pet mouse has also done that. Not to crap on anyone who is doing that, it's useful information, and getting different perspectives is good for this kind of thing. What I was going to do was more of a dumb it down for people who have like no idea what Digimon are, and break it into separate videos. So like the first video would be the basics of this is how you look after a Digimon. It'll have this layout, there's your stats, there's your food, there's your training. This is what they do, this is what you need to do, here's how they can die, here's how you can avoid that, that kind of stuff. And then go in separate videos into more detail about DM20 and the DMX, and then the Pen 20 and the Pen Z and the DM colours. So I mean, that'll be a lot more, I want to say it would be more heavily edited unless I turn the camera on and just wing it for 20 to 30 minutes. But it's me, and I'm not very professional in the slightest, so it'll be what it'll be, and I'll just try and have fun doing it. The other thing is that sometime at the end of next month, apparently, is hopefully, fingers crossed, when I'll be getting the painkillers in. And you know, the second those come in, I am absolutely doing some runs on those. And I'll do a blind run at first as well, like that's definitely me thing. And I'm going to prioritise that. So maybe by the time I finish with this series properly, I'll have a brief hiatus just to wait for those coming. So I don't want to start a series, have the painkillers come in, start messing around with them mid-series, and then bugger everything up. I want to have the painkiller like focused on its own, like this is the main thing, because that's what I meant to do with this. And yeah, and then Tamagotchi, not Terry, what did I call him? I call him Nani now, he's still on my desk. Paused, he's been paused for about a month and I feel bad for that, but I'm not good at Tamagotchis, I'm better at Digimon. I'm better at Digimon because taking care of them is relatively quick. It's just like, have some food, have some training. Okay, you happy now? You're not going to die for the next 3 or 4 hours? Cool. Sit down. Don't poop yourself to death. The Tamagotchis, they're not tougher because their stats drain slower, but then as soon as you need to take care of them, the minigames are like forever. A very short attention span if that isn't already apparent. As you can probably tell by all the fidgeting I'm doing. But I'm also just excited, so it could be down to that. Right. So that's like future plans for now, stuff done. I do have a little something in the works for April. But you'll see that when you see that. It'll become very apparent what it is when I release it. And it's a lot of editing, so pray for me. Otherwise, Sarashimon is just watching, observing this will happen. He has watched all of these guys evolve now to their ultimate forms. Well, most of them. On the right here, we still, of course, have Metal Seedramon and Andromon. And I can now, since he's been asleep overnight, I'm pretty sure. Let me check his GP. Yep, it's full. Let's give you a bit of food. Give you some training as well. How much do we think he'll have? Are we going 6? I'm going to bet 6. How does 6 do? Ooh, not perfect. Might be 4. Very close, it probably is 4. Doesn't matter for now. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a vaccine perfect level. I need to go to copy, send. So, unfortunately there's a few less perfect levels to pick from. That's a virus, that's a data, there's a vaccine. So let's try that. Let's stick them together. Hey, it worked out. Bada bing bada boom. We now have Monzemon with Andromon, and I had the button highlighted already, and like a spoon, and I clicked off of it. Digimon, Andromon, Monzemon, who's looking very aggressive there. Can Monzemon Joggrass? Yes, here we go. Yeah, Thorcas. Wouldn't it be funny if I actually picked the wrong one? I don't think you can. I think this is like the only way you can Joggrass. Here we go. Mugendramon, but as part of the dub hatch, Machine Dramon, or as part of Digimon World Next Order, Machine Draymon. I'm not dropping that joke ever. But there you go. Mugendramon. And he is a virus and an ultimate, so I'm going to go ahead and assume he wants 20, because that's the case most of the time. Let's have a look-see. Yep. Yep. There he is firing his Mugen cannons or his Infinity cannons. Means the same thing. So, kind of a moot point. Now we have 2 of the 4 Dark Masters. But, there they are. I accidentally stole the Pen20 spot with DM20 there. As before, on the DM colour, it is still Yukidarimon. Cute and asleep. And finally, on the DMX, now, this is where the bad news comes in, just a little bit of bad news. You know I said I had to make exactly 3 care mistakes from, who was it? Cannonbeamon, yeah. 3 care mistakes from Cannonbeamon to get to EVmon X. Well I did, I got exactly 3 care mistakes. You know how I said, oh, I'm sure, when I was leveling up, I was like, oh, I'm sure there's a level range, I'm sure it'll be fine, it won't over it. I was right, and I was in the level range, right in the middle in fact, because I believe it was level like 6 to 8 and I got to level 7 or something like that. So later on, it was relatively late, and I think I was editing actually. Omekamon visited. He challenged us to a fight, and we won a couple of times. And Canonbeemon did in fact hit level 8. Or was it level 10? He hit the level cap basically, which boosted him from evolving to Ebeemon X into Holy Dramon X. So but it's fine, I can still do a couple more runs with this. Just not immediately. Like, for this last Zubamon run, is going to be purely the M20. Oh, this could take a minute. This one, or are you getting proteins? There you go. Have a look at Holy Dragon's face. Oh, that's scary. For a holy dragon being, that is scary. I'm glad you're on my side. So yeah, I guess I'm not going to push to get them to evolve. I don't know what they can evolve into, unless there's one exception for this whole thing. Because I was going to say I'm not going to push them to evolve. They'll either level up from Omekamon visiting, or they'll just not evolve and die. That's fine. Unless, and I'm going to check it after I finish recording, they can evolve, because there is one of the super ultimates I haven't achieved, and I couldn't get him from Ebeemon X. I think it's like Dynasmon X. Yeah, because I've had Craniumon X. I think it's Dynasmon X. If Holy Dramon X can evolve into Dynasmon X, I will push for that, because that'll still be progress. And that'll be good. And then we're only one Digimon away from completing this one. It's kind of funny that in our quest to 100% this one, I actually ended up 100%ing this device first, and then this device just shortly after the gold brick. Funny how that works out, but no. The Zubamon run will be purely this device. All these guys can shunt to the side, and I'll still be running them on my own, and I'll still like bring them around and like, oh hey, I've raised Kabuterimon on this, or for a hatch I've done this, or just for funsies I've raised Shoutmon. You know, that stuff, but over there. There we go. Stop it. Stay. There we go. But there won't be any nice pictures of that. It'll just be a brief. Here's what I got on this, just funsies. But it's all about Zubamon. And maybe some battles. But that's getting ahead of ourselves, because right now it's all about Alphamon and Rogelmon. I wonder. I can't do a tag battle, can I? I don't think you can connect these guys in battle, like the proper one. No, you can't, I don't think, unfortunately. Because 20th means DM20. Yeah, and then that would mean... Yeah, unfortunately that's not how this works. Buggerage. I was going to have a cool, like, big showdown between some of these guys. I mean, it wouldn't be fair anyway, because you've got vaccine versus virus data? Yeah, it could work out. But no. I'm gonna say this video is drawn out. Its length already. I'm gonna cut it here, I reckon. Let's see what's Rafamon. He's battled some of the guys. You can't battle anyone else right now. Digimon could battle someone. Like, all these guys are on the same level. It's just unfortunate that it'll take forever to battle them all together. Doesn't matter. On Zubamon run, I will probably put more priority on battling him against some other mons or whatever, just for funsies. But with that said, thank you very, very much for joining me through this quest for 100%. I am so just hyped. Like, it doesn't seem like much to just say, oh yeah, you've 100%ed the DM20. It's like, it's not the biggest, I mean, it's a fairly big device, let's be honest. It's definitely bigger than any of these three. But this was my first device. It didn't feel right that I've had it for like, how long have I had this? Good couple of years, and I hadn't fully completed it, but now I have, and it means a lot. It's just so cool. I'm very hyped for it. So thank you. Oh, I think that's a good time to cut recording anyway, because it's just turned midnight. Midnight? No, it's 11. It's 11 because Alphamon is a good boy and he goes to sleep at 11 o'clock, which is earlier than most ultimate levels. They like to go to sleep at 12 usually. Hell, some, I think, child levels or adult levels like to go sleep at 11 or 12. Now you're already asleep. I'm sure you're going to hear a lot more bleeping in a minute. Actually, no, because most of these are ultimates now, so they're not going to go sleep yet. Well, in any case, we're cutting it here because it's already 26-ish minutes long. From Alphamon, from Razielmon, from Seraphimon, from Mugendramon / Machinedramon, from Metal Seedramon, from Holy Dramon X, and from Yukidarimon / Frigimon, and of course myself. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. I'll see you when I continue with the Zubamon brick, which will probably be a little while. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much for sitting with me through this whole series, even the awkward first couple of episodes, and dealing with me experimenting with lots of stuff, such as the longer episodes for a minute there, a couple of hour-long videos, which isn't cool. I really like them. I like the videos themselves, I just don't like the way I've formatted them. Just thank you so much for sitting through. And there'll be about 5 more episodes. That brings up to a nice round 50, which is a good place to end it off. So, again, thank you very much, and I'll see you and Sakumon in the next one.